of my book.
Sorry.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's just lush. Got them with me, keeping me company.
Well, Carly, I'm gonna just it's 2 minutes past now, so if anyone else comes, I'll let them in, but otherwise we'll just begin, shall we?
Yeah.
So formally, thank you for being here. Small number of us, but I'm sure we're all going to take it, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say. And like I said, it's all being recorded, so that will then go onto our database and people will be able to watch that back and have access to you for however long. So thank you for being here. I mean, I know you through Southwood Social Hub, which is like a business women's connective group, and you're such an incredible soul, and you have such an impressive background as well. It's like, I was just having a look at your website, so I knew you were like, you'd done your counseling and your psychotherapy and hypnotherapy, but then there was like powerlifting coach and all kinds of things on there as well.
Yeah, it's quite, yeah. it's well, I'll give you a brief summary of what it was about. And often, sadly, some of these things come out of trauma, don't they? But I'm sure most of us know that it's usually from adverse situations that come out of it, this sort of like the phoenix out of the fire, isn't it? So when I was really little, I remember being able to sit next to people or look at people, and I would say to my mum, like, "Mummy, why is that person sad? Or why is that person happy?" Or she'd walk into a room and ask me she'd start a sentence and I'd give her the answer. And she always thought, from like, this girl's like, there's something going on here. When I got to school, I just became everyone's agony aunt. I seemed to have like the answers to problems that I wouldn't really necessarily know why I knew what the answer was, or I could understand that person's being mean to you because they feel like this, you know what I mean? The reason that and so a lot of I got a couple of my best friends complain now that I'm the worst best friend possible, because when they want someone to stand up with them, you know, and say, no, she's a horrible person, you know what I mean? I go, well, let's just think about where she might be coming from. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look at, so I'm like the worst best friend ever. So if you want somebody to be on your side, it's very unlikely to be me, because I will analyze all of it. I don't sit on anyone's side. So carried on through school, got quite bullied, actually. I don't know if most of you, if you're into like cards and spirituality, you're a sensitive soul. And I'm an empathic, intuitive, sensitive soul. And I take things very personally. Do you know what I mean? And things used to really upset me. And I used to find things quite difficult. And by the time I got to 21, I found out I couldn't have children. And that was a really, really difficult stage for me. Actually, a little bit further back than that. My parents had a bit of a breakup when I was 19. And I had panic attacks. And I went to see a counsellor. And she said to me, do you know you're in control of your thoughts? Like, you know, like what is she? What? I can control my thoughts. You know what I mean? Wow, this one was amazing. And while I sat there soaking in like a sponge everything she was saying to me, I thought, I'm going to be you. I'm going to do what you do. That's what I want to do. That's my dream. So by the time I was 21, I was a qualified counsellor. But my mum said, you're not old enough, Carly. You haven't got enough wisdom. I'm telling you now, I had it at 4, so I think I shouldn't have listened to her. But at the time, I thought, no, she's right, you know. And off I trundled into the normal corporate workforce sort of thing. But that bored me after about 10 seconds. And I thought, this isn't, and all the time in my life, I get pushed by the universe to go and do something. And I was like, I found out at 21 I couldn't have children. So I went to the spiritualist church and thought, heal me. I thought, that's what I need. I just need someone to put their hands on me and heal me. That's what I need. And I remember this old guy called Giuseppe. Oh my God, he was cool. This like a really old Italian guy. And he took my hand and he said, Carly, you're going to be on the stage. And I thought, what? Like, I'm only like 22. You are going to be on the stage. I said, I ain't going to be on the stage like this. I'm not going to get up and say, is there a John in the room? Is there a John? You know, I'm not like just finding anyone that does that sort of thing, but I know that I haven't got that skill set. I was like, that's not going to be me, but you know, thank you. That then embarked 10 years of trying to get pregnant. I didn't get pregnant. It doesn't have a sorry story because I did adopt a beautiful boy. So that's not a sad story. But during those years, I was just trying to heal myself. So I did everything, every conceivable thing you can think of: psychotherapy, Reiki, crystal healing, Indian head massage, every conceivable type of massage, EFT, hypnotherapy. Did I say hypnotherapy already? I did it all, right? And really found this spiritual connection, really found like meditating, and really found this kind of massive connection to the universe. And I thought, oh, this is what I want to do. And then my marriage broke down. And then I decided to completely put that to one side. And I thought, I'm going to become a PT and a fitness instructor, because it's a bit like me, like, let's do something new. And I did, and I was really good at it. And I did British powerlifting coaching. And at the time at which the pandemic hit, I had 120 lady lifters a week. So I taught people to powerlift. I had 6 Pilates classes. And in Northamptonshire, so I'm not saying the world, okay, but in Northamptonshire, I probably was the most successful PT in this area. What I realized now was I'm just good at building communities, just love women. And it wasn't about the lifting or the Pilates or that. It was that I made people feel good. So they would come in and I would be like, I'll make you feel, what I'm going to do is make you feel good. When the pandemic hit, I thought I was still side hustling counseling and psychotherapy and stuff. When the pandemic hit, sadly our gym shut and I didn't really want to do anything online. And I set up another community, and then that's when, called A Big Hug. Now that's when we met every weekday morning, and I started to get my vibe back again, that I was here to teach, I was here to give spiritual knowledge, I was here to heal and help. And I wanted to bring all of that back that I'd kind of side hustled to the side of my life and everything. And so it came back, and that's what I've been doing. And in September of last year, I launched the Carly Caps method, which is, well, I'm going to be really honest with you. I am so maverick. I refuse to play by any rules. Okay. So I won't play by the counseling rules. I won't play by psychotherapy. I've also got coaching certificates. I won't play by any of those rules whatsoever. Okay. So I cross boundaries in ethical boundaries. So if you're a very ethical boundary person, I'm not the person for you, because what I think is about human connection. So to really, truly heal somebody in a therapeutic way, yes, I've got all the science. Yeah, I've got all the qualifications. I've got all of the stuff on the board, right? But however, I'm highly intuitive. I'm extremely insightful. I can get right in someone's head. And so therefore, when they ask me, can you help me? Can you tell me what to do? I'm like, I can. Not from my opinion. I can get in your head and view the world from your eyes. And then I know what you need to do. I get guided to tell you. My supervisor is like this, that emoji that's like this. She's a clinical psychologist, and she's like, you did what? I'm like, so that's me. So I'm very much into crystals and healing, and I've got Reiki circle of people that I've attuned, that we get together. I've got people that I meet online and we do meditations and stuff together. But to be honest, at the moment, I'm not quite sure where I fit in life, because it's really hard. My husband said to me earlier, I can't really explain what you do, Carly, because I call myself a psychotherapist, but that isn't really, I am, but I'm a bit more than that. I mean, I could call myself a psychic, I am, but I'm a bit more than that. So I don't really know. So maybe I'm a psychic psychotherapist. Maybe that's the new thing. Maybe that's what I need to say. Psychic psychotherapist. I change people's lives. And I think that's what I've been put on the earth to do. So I am here not to just chat about myself. So there we go, chat. Although I could do all night and bore you rigid. I have actually been asked on Alice to see if I can help you. Now, give you some tidbits. Now, one of the things she was talking about, Alice, you were talking about is fear, right? And I guess when we're talking about fear, we're talking about getting in our own way of our successes. So we know what we want, but we can't get there. Okay, and that's really frustrating, isn't it? It's a really kind of difficult feeling. What I am super massively excited about is that it's a full moon. I mean, my God, it's a full moon. Okay, so we couldn't be doing this work on a better evening. So if you've got a pen and paper handy, we need to go and get one. So I don't know if you do anything here. I thought we might do a little bit of Carly Caps method, how to create a winning winning affirmations, but I'm going to put a caveat here. Probably not in the same way. Maybe you have done it like this before. But so what I've discovered in life is there are many books written on, and I'm going to stick with affirmations for the moment, and you'll understand, that you can read, and you read them, or you watch listen to a podcast, you watch something, but you think, yeah, that's super cool, really love that, but I don't know how to relate it to myself. Like, God, yeah, she's got, it's like Mel Robbins. I love Mel Robbins, but I keep watching her stuff and I'm like, yeah, it's really cool, Mel. But are people actually, are they actually using it? Do we know how to use it? So I try to take what's out there and then make it really pertinent and truthful to you. So my question number 1 is, what is it that you actually want? What is it that you want that you haven't got? Because that is the big question, is number 1. I'd like to sell 2 tickets to my Reset Your Mindset workshop that I've got on the 26th of February, because I have got 2 tickets left. And quite frankly, it's getting on my nerves. And I keep going, universe, seriously, I've had a little chat with the universe and I've said, seriously, this isn't how we roll. What happens is I put it out, I advertise it, and it gets booked up in 5 minutes. So that's the rules, yeah? And the universe is like, no. So we have to respect the timing of the universe, don't we, guys? So also, interestingly, when I told you just then that I wanted to sell 2 tickets to my Reset Your Mindset workshop, could you feel from me a little bit of anxiety? Do you feel a little bit of push? Could you feel a little bit like I was, yeah, right? Well, I deliberately presented that to you because this is where you understand that what I want, I'm standing in my own way. Okay, because what I want is not in direct relation to how I feel. Okay, so have a little think. So you know what you want. Now I want you to write down, what is it that's standing in your way? So why haven't you got it? Now, let me tell you what, 80% of the answer to this one is always, I ain't got the cash, Carly. I want a mansion, but I haven't got 3.5 million pounds. I ain't got the cash. I say, but could you believe you could get the cash? Well, no, not really. Well, funnily enough, that's why I've not got a mansion. There we go. So what do you want? And why haven't you got it? What is it? And I guess that question, what is your biggest fear? What's the fear surrounding it as to why you haven't got it? Now, would anybody like to share with me what they've put so I can show you how we actually use this information? Does anybody feel they can? Okay, do you feel you can? If you can't, got Michelle?
Yeah, I'm happy to. Unless Claire or Julia would like to go, or Alice. Alice. No? Okay. I won't give you backstory because otherwise I'll be like you were saying with yourself, you go so what I really want is to have more people to have deep conversations with and offer guidance to. I'm very similar to yourself, Carly, in that I don't do anything the normal way around. I'm an astrologer, a tarot reader, a registered nurse, a death doula. I'm a whole lot of all things. So in saying that, then what I want is, so that's what I want. I'm not putting myself out there because I don't like being on social media. My magic is in, and my power is when people come to me and then I hear and use my I'm with you. My intuitive abilities and things. That's where, because I could give them a billion reasons why, again, something might be happening to them or for them or whatever, or why they're not achieving what they want. But it's about me helping them tap into their knowing and into themselves. And then we can look at the bag of tricks.
Can I just summarize what you're saying is that what you want is more clients. Yeah.
When I'm ready.
Right. What you want is more clients, to have all these meaningful conversations, do these transformations, change their lives, do all these beautiful things that you know in your soul that you were put on this planet to do. And yes, you were, absolutely, right? But your block is that you have a belief that you will only get those people by being on social media, and you don't like social media.
Well, it's not my belief that, though, because I know that there's other ways that I can have people come to me. So why would you mention social media? Because I can sense that it gets you a bit because I just don't. I just, because that's how the path that everyone takes is via social media, and that's not what I'm interested in. So that's the third part, which may help you tease this out for me, is one of the, and I guess I'm not out actively trying to bring people, attract people to me, or actually I don't work like that anyway, because what I know is really important to me is being able to work with my own time. Like, I don't like rigidity when it comes to at 10 o'clock I've got to meet this person, and at 12 o'clock I've got that client. Like, I don't want to fill my days with that. I like to be, I'm okay to turn up particular times, but I don't want a full day. It's too much. It's too much energy, takes too much out of me. And because I like to work intuitively, and I'm working with what's happening around me on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis, I don't need to fill my schedule, if you know what I mean. And that's really important to me, that if I say, hey, I'm going away for a couple of days because the beach is calling me, then that's what I'll do.
But it sounds,
you know what I mean?
to me, so this is me being very therapeutic, because it sounds to me, right, that I'm hearing, right, I want more clients, but I want them when I want them, and I don't want to be overwhelmed by time. I want it to feel in alignment, and I want to feel in flow. I want to be able to take time off. I want to be able to control what's going on, and I definitely don't want to do it through social media. But I hear all the good stuff, right? But some of the clouded noise I'm not understanding, right? Like, if you have made a fundamental decision in your heart that social media isn't a method of which you want to use, then why don't you just let that go?
Yeah.
Because you've got a decision here, right? You either befriend it, right? Friend or foe. Okay. You either befriend it and you get over it and you just have to go with it, right? Or you go, no, actually, that's not for me. And personally, I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I'm a really weird situation that I hate social media. I hate posting on social media. People would think I like it because I do stuff on that. I don't. And I don't look at anything on social media. I don't read people's emails. I don't listen to podcasts. I don't watch YouTube. I just don't do it. I just in my own little world most of the time, to be honest with you.
Me too. Hashtag me too.
It's really hard to get out of my own head and go, oh, hello. But I suppose part of that is because there's a little worry, isn't there? But how will they know I'm here? How will they know how good I am? And that's what's making you, isn't it? You keep flipping back to social media because the doubt is, hold on a second, am I missing that this could be something? Am I missing a platform? That's a question. Are you? I mean, 99.9999999.99999% of every single person that I see has been referred to me. I have never, ever got a client from Instagram, because I think in the therapeutic world, someone needs to know that they know you. I think Alice is different. I think you could go, oh, yeah, I could have a tarot read. She looks really nice. She looks like she's talented. Let's have a look at what she's up to. But if you're going to go and bare your heart and soul to somebody, they still do, Alice, but I mean, they just don't believe they are at the time. But it's like, if you're actually going to go, hey, I need help with my, problem, they really want to know who you are. I don't know that people are, so I don't know that you're wrong there. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of noise about social media. I would let social media go, right? And my intuition, my guidance is saying to you, all you ever needed to do was network, my darling. That's all you ever needed to do. You just need to show up in places where you go and talk, or where there's people that you like. That's all you ever had to do. I think you're right. I don't think you do need to do social media, but I think it's getting in your head. And this diary thing, that's getting in your head as well. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have an appointment at 10 o'clock every Tuesday. That will tie me down. But you're almost going, that's what's going to have to happen. If I'm going to be this therapist, I'm going to have to do social media, and I'm going to have to hold times. Get rid of all that noise. That's absolutely noise. Instead, for your affirmation, and I don't write affirmations anymore that are, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am. I mean, I do. What I've learned is I'd like you to write a little story about your future self. Yeah. Who is this beautiful person? And it's going to say something like this. I am Michelle, and I am a magnificent walking angel. I attract all the people that I need for me, whenever I need them, at the right time, when it's right for them. I have people just come to me. They just show up and find me. People talk about me. People recommend me, right? I have as many clients as I need and that need me. And I'm in flow, and I'm aligned, and I'm grounded. And I step into my brilliance because I'm Michelle and I'm magnificent. Right. And we don't need to talk about social media. We don't need to talk about diaries. We don't need to talk about, let's not talk about what you don't want. Because I think that's what's holding you back. Because the block is on the other side of, I've got to do social media and I'll end up having a full diary, right?
Yeah.
You just need to go round that. That needs to go over there. I have no doubt that you can already see where that future self is. You see her, she's there, you see what you're doing. But just because you can't feel it, taste it, touch it today, doesn't mean that isn't there. It just isn't there yet. Every day we're working towards it. But as soon as you feel that resistance, as soon as you feel that kind of like, oh, social media, don't go for it. So and from therapist to therapist, I have a pretty full diary at the moment, and I agree with you. I think my next step is I thought I should do all the work. I thought the key was, this is me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to manifest. I've got a really full diary. Like, I've got loads of clients. I'm going to make loads of money and it's going to be fabulous, right? But careful what you wish for. Because what happens is you get loads of clients in your diary, and by Friday, you're like you scrape me off the floor. Like, I can't actually think any further about, you know what I mean? It's like, it's heavy shit, that we listen to. It's the healing work is exhausting. You have to like charge your own battery, don't you? Did that help you, Michelle?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great. Thank you, Carly. Because
it's what I think when writing a powerful affirmation, right, the simplicity of it is, this is what I want. This is what's standing in my way. This is my fear. What am I focusing on that I lack or I don't have? Okay, because if I'm focusing on in that direction, I'm not focusing on what I want. So let me give you an example. Might be, I always use this one. I do apologize that it's about weight and stuff, but it's just an easy one to say. Right, I want to lose weight. Okay, so I want to lose weight. I say, okay. So when you stand in front of the mirror and you look at yourself, what do you say to yourself? Oh, I sound fat and lazy and shit, and I'll never get out of bed and never do anything. I said, oh, okay. Well, you're not going to lose weight then, are you? Because actually, that's a self-esteem issue, isn't it? How can your goal be to lose weight, which would incur you to have to eat healthily, look after yourself, get enough water? It's a strategy, isn't it? It's a strategy, right? How are you going to put that strategy in place if the dialogue that's going on in your head is the complete opposite? So we need to acknowledge that if you haven't got what you want, it's because what you're saying to yourself is the complete opposite. And that's the fears that are coming up. One around money that a lot of people have would be, I really want more money, and I've got a vision board, right, of the house and the car. I've got it all up there. I've even written myself a check. That's amazing. Are you making the money? No. And then, why are you not making the money? And you get underneath it and they go, I don't really think I can. Or what I do is I worry all the time about paying my bills, and I actually really worry about money. And in fact, I wake up in the morning and all I think about is money, and I just really worry about money. And then all the bills cut down, and I'm like, whoa, no vision board in the work. I have please excuse me if you love a vision board. I have a real problem with vision boards, right? Because the person turns up and pays their money to do their vision board day, right? And they put their visions on their vision board, but they haven't done the inner work. No inner work has been done, right? Right? It's like trying to get therapy by osmosis. You know, I get people that come to a workshop and listen, but are not prepared to do anything that I've told them to do. It's almost just like, if I just show up, it'll just somehow go into my body and I'll get it. Okay. So a vision board is beautiful if you do the inner work, right? If you're like, oh my God, I could see myself in that house by the beach, and that would be, and I can really see it, feel it, taste it, touch it. Oh yeah. And I look at it every day and it's like, wow. Yeah. But if you are going, oh, I'm never going to get that, then it's not really going to work. Okay. So step one, what do I want? Why am I standing in my way? What is the fear? Okay. So now we have to come up with the opposite sentence to it. Okay. So what I do is, if you've got a fear about, so does anyone want to share with me a fear that they might have? Okay. Loving life. Julia, what's your fear?
Hello. So mine is kind of fear of rejection, or fear of being challenged that I'm not good enough for something.
Oh, I love it. So we've got a fear of rejection. I'm not good enough at it. So you want something, but you can't go there because what if you get rejected? And what if you're not really very good at it? And internal dialogue on this, what kind of things are you saying to yourself?
That people will think I'm not qualified enough, good enough. Why are you doing that?
Write that down for me. People, write it down for me. It's really important. People will not think so. And if you've got one going on here, your fear, what you're saying to yourself, write down what you're saying. Like, oh, I won't get it. People won't feel I'm qualified enough. People will doubt in my ability. What else would you say? Write it down. Get it down. I'm shit. I think I'm rubbish. Everyone's better than me. Don't know why I bother doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this once a month, at least once a month. I go, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, this is too difficult. It's too hard. Not doing it. I'm going to win the lottery and retire. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. The universe has not provided in that sense, though. So, little caveat here when it comes to money. Let me just tell you something that I've learned. You will only get what you believe that you can get. So the best thing to do if you have got any money blocks is to start small. Okay, so you have to believe. So like, say if it was like, oh, I'm self-employed and let's just throw some silly thing, like I want to earn £50 a week. Let's say that. And you therefore, you really believe that you can. And so you do. That's easy. I can do 50, right? There's going to be a part that's a bit uncomfortable. And what I think people do is they go to here. So they sort of go, I want to earn £1 million a month. But they don't really believe it, you know, going back into that kind of. So if we take it down a notch, what level do you believe? Maybe slightly out of your comfort zone. What do you believe? Well, I actually do really believe it could be possible to earn 1,000. Okay, then go and earn 1,000. And then when you see it, taste it, touch it, believe it. Oh, I did that. I earned 1,000. Well, now try 1,200. And then you will then go up. You will then be able to do bigger jumps. It's all just about belief. It's all just about going, but you've got to make sure the margin of what you're asking for is within your belief system. So if you're asking for a £3.5 million mansion, you don't believe you can get it, really not much chance in. Like, if you want 100,000 followers on Instagram and you've only got 10, it might be good to go, I reckon I could get 300 and I reckon I could get to 1,000. And do you see what? It's about what you believe. So I want you now, Julia, I want a column that says all the shitty things that you say to yourself that hold you back from getting what you want, right? And then on the other side of that column, I want you to put the direct opposite statement. So if it is, I'm scared that people won't think I'm qualified, it will be, I am so qualified at what I do. I got all the qualifications. And I'm not being funny, I've been a therapist for 20 years. No one's asked me to get my certificate out once. I mean, I'm more than happy to like bring out all of my certificates, but I think they're probably more interested in my first aid certificate and my insurance, but, you know, they're not really, you know, show me, Alice, show me your certificates in tarot reading. You know what I mean? Come on. It's like, you know, but because it's not, is it? It's just a talent, isn't it? It's just the thing. I think I'm going to have it as a maverick. I think that qualifications, even though I've got them coming out my arse, right, are I think there are some such talented people out there that never even went to school. Do you know what I mean? Never did a thing, never got anything. So I think that if you believe more metaphysically and energetically, that becomes a bigger thing, doesn't it? It's like that actually, it isn't really about what you're qualified in. It's your ability to connect with somebody. It's that ability to give. It's that ability to show that love, to make someone feel safe. But you could have, oh, I might have gone unstable then. Did I go unstable? It's because all the kids are on the bloody internet. So what I want you to do, can you hear me? Because I don't know if I've gone a bit, yeah, okay, I say unstable. Is right. So I now want all the opposite statements. So I've you know, my qualification, but it can't be negative. That's why I wouldn't want Michelle to put, I don't need social media. We don't need to say that. We don't even say it. We don't even say that. So we're writing the opposite statement. Are you with me? Okay, so then what I'd like you to do is draw a circle. So like, draw a circle in it like a spider diagram, and in the middle, in your circle, in the middle, you're going to write down what you want. So I want whatever it is that you want, and then out of that spider diagram, I want you to put all of the things you're going to feel when you achieve it. So you've got, Michelle, because I know what your example is, you have got the most easy breezy, flowing, aligned life. These people just come in, you heal them, you help them, you go to the beach for a few days, you come back, you meditate, you're ready again to help somebody. They walk through the door. How are you going to feel? What are the feelings associated with getting what you want? How are you going to feel, Julia?
I suppose for me, that freedom and fulfillment and passion.
Could I give you some other ones? Accomplished, proud, aligned, safe, secure, loved. And you know what you're going to find? That for each and every one of you, that these words are all going to be, these feelings are all going to be exactly the same if you really drill down to it. Because what's important here to get past yourself is it's not about what you think and visualize, actually, it's what you feel. It's what you feel. What you're actually chasing is a feeling. That's what you're chasing, because when you get that thing that you want and you get all those feelings, yeah, guess what happens? You go, I want this now. and now I want this, and now I want this, and now it might not be material things. It might just be, oh, now I want to go on retreat, or now I want to learn more about myself, or now I want more self-awareness. But the whole point of being human is that we never stop growing. So if you're after the final result, it ain't going to happen. Okay. And I loved this in fitness. As a PT, you never get the body you want. Never ever. Never worked with anybody who's ever gone, well, this could be a bit bigger, or this could be a bit smaller, or, you know. And I liken that to how you'll always feel about your spiritual development. It will never ever end. So So get on the roller coaster ride, guys, because as soon as you've got what you want, you're going to want something else. Okay, and what we're going to try not to do is get into lack and dissatisfaction and just go, hold on a second, we're back in the excitement again of moving forward and growing and creating and learning and loving. Okay, so you've got all those feelings around the outside. Okay, so what I then do is I look at the statements that I've, the good stuff, I am enough. I mean, what a bold statement. I am enough. I am lovable. One of my favorite affirmations of all time is whatever happens, I'll handle it. Whatever happens, anyone ever throws at me, I'll handle it. And I've said it for so many years that I can tell you that recently my dad got diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it was shock. Well, it wasn't much for shock because he had been doing some strange things, let's face it, but it was a shock. And my body kind of went into, that kind of like, oh, I don't know, this is a bit unsafe and unstable. And out of my mind very forcefully came, but whatever happens, Carly Caps, you handle it, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do. Proven track record, because I wouldn't be here, would I, if I don't handle everything that's ever happened to me. So got a lot of evidence to suggest that I'm a pretty steady, cool person, so there we go. Okay, so your affirmations are going to be things like, I am enough, I am worthy, I am lovable, I am capable, I'm educated, all those kind of I ams. And then you've got all the feelings associated with once you got what you wanted. Okay. So what I then do is then from that information, I write a little story, and I set my day every single morning, and I'm going to give you my magic formula. So I start, as soon as I wake up, I don't look at my phone. As soon as I wake up, I get my pad here. I'll read it. It's a bit embarrassing, but I'll read it to you because I'm just not going to be embarrassed as we're sharing. Sharing is caring, as my mum says. So at the moment it's yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. So yellow. Okay, in my yellow book. And today I wrote, so I start with, to put my little date in, I don't like ones that tell me what to do, because if you try and tell me what to do, we're not going to get on. All right. So I don't want a book to tell me what to do. No. But then as I'm about to tell you what to do, ironic. Anyway, so today, 16th of February, 22, I put my gratitude. Now, I always do the gratitude for the day before, because I can then remember, because I hate doing gratitude forward, because I can't decide if I'm going to be grateful forward. I find it quite hard to be grateful about the moment I'm in, to be honest with you, but grateful for what's happened the day before. Now, some people struggle with gratitude, so I say grateful, accomplished, proud of. So I write a little thing down there. So this morning I was writing about some stuff that happened yesterday, and and that kind of gets me in the mood. And then I write, this is my story. So I've done what you've done in terms of, what do I want? What's holding me back? What shitty, horrible things am I saying to myself? And what's the complete opposite? And then I write a story, and I've been writing this story, same story, really, a few tweaks, since September last year. So it's a bit, I'm sorry, I'm a bit embarrassed, but I'm just going to go for it. Right, you ready? Okay, so I am a magical, magnificent walking angel, and I help millions of people all over the world. I don't, but that's my story. That's the story I'm telling myself. I am grounded, guided, intuitive, gifted, aligned, and I listen to my gut instinct, and I have an ancient Indian wisdom, and I understand human beings, all human beings. I'm sparkly, and I have high vibration. Okay. One thing I've struggled with is my weight since I gave up all the exercise. So I put, I am, however, my size, strong. I have a strong, lean body. Okay. I am, and then it's all about abundance. Money flows easily to me in every day and every way, easy breezy. People seek me out. They want to book me. Yes, book me in, they say. I want to book you in. I'm clear, calm, and confident. I create magical transformations. I'm wanted, talked about, highly recommended. You need Carly in your life. And I put my final statement. I'm a leader, I'm a teacher. I step into my power, for I am magnificent, for I am Carly Caps. Okay, so that's what I write every single day. Okay, yeah, and And I have, my phone has my affirmations on it, some of my affirmations on it. My mirror has I am magnificent on it. I take every opportunity in my whole house to have anything that keeps reminding me of my magnificence, right? And so that's the story. I think that's far more powerful than saying I am enough, I am happy, I am calm. Do you see what I mean? Is this more powerful kind of story? Because affirmations are what you affirm to yourself. So basically it's what you're saying to yourself all day, every day. And of the 100,000 thoughts, whatever it is we have a day, 80,000 of them are repeated. So you really need to be mindful about what you're saying to yourself, because what you say is how you create your world. So it's not enough just to say I am enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, and then walk around going you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit for like the rest of the day. You know what I mean? It's like we've really got to create this story of who we are, even though we don't believe it. And then over time, you do. I mean, suddenly there's this sort of whole shift. And I can say I'm magnificent in a way that 6 months ago would have made me cringe. And it's because I'm not comparing myself to you. I'm not saying I'm magnificent, you're not. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm magnificent and worrying what you might think about me, right? I'm just going, I'm magnificent. And when I say that without any anxiety, without any resistance, you believe me, don't you? You just go, yeah, you are, yeah. And that's what people will do for you. You'll be like, I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing, I'm amazing. And then suddenly people will be like, you bloody are amazing. Well, they probably always thought you were amazing anyway. Okay, so next, a little tip bit is that when you take this, because I want you to think about your feelings, okay, I set my timer for 2 minutes on my phone and I try to get all of those feelings in. So I try to really conjure up those feelings. So often I might think about the end of the month. So I might be talking as if it's the 1st of March and I'm looking back on February and I'll be like, oh, Carly, February was amazing. Do you know what I mean? You had so many clients and you had it was just magnificent and it was just fabulous. And I felt so calm. I felt so grounded. I felt so sure of myself. I felt so accomplished. And I conjure them up. No, those are inside of me. I feel happy, I feel safe, I feel loved. It's just been incredible. And I yap onto myself for 2 minutes. Be mindful when you do this who's around you, because they might think you've lost the plot, but you'll be raising their vibration whilst they're near you. Okay. And then when the timer goes off, the first time I did it, I kept looking at it, bloody hell, I've still got 30 seconds. Right now, I'm a bit disappointed when my 2 minutes is finished. I'm thinking about, I might do that again. Okay. 2 minutes is enough to raise vibration. And then what I do is I intend my day. So I open up my diary, have a look at it, and I basically write a little story about my whole life's going to be amazing. My whole day is going to be fab. I'm just going to be like on fire today. Like, or I have to put sometimes time is on my side because I might have booked too much in. You know what I mean? I'll be like, time is on my side, time is on my side. I'll be able to do, what did I do the other week? Something like a 1 till 2, a 2:30 till 4:30, a 5 till 7. And I was like, please give me the energy. But then afterwards I thought, don't be doing that. Just don't book so much in, because that wasn't good. Okay. But so then I intend my day. And so I put you into a day, Alice, it would all go lovely and all of the things that and also say if I needed a hair appointment or I always, when I wanted Glastonbury tickets, I put that in my intentions probably about 4 months before the Glastonbury tickets came out. And I told everyone I'd get them in under 10 minutes. I did it in 5 minutes. So I will be going to the 50th anniversary of Glastonbury in June. Okay. Currently, though, trying to manifest a camper van to get there. But don't worry, I'm not worried. The universe will provide. Okay. And part of my gratitude the next day is that I look at what I intended the day before and I tick it off. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at today's example. I'm a Pilates teacher as well. I refuse to give Pilates up because it's so funny. I laughed so much this morning. I just can't contain myself. It's so funny. Right. Pilates session comes really easily to me because I hadn't written it. We laugh and we laugh. Tick. A lady came, she really opens up to me. We get clarity and direction, a great insightful session. Correct. Next lady came, helpful, loving and supportive session. I helped her see the light. I did. She needed to see the light. She needed to. It was hard, but she needed to. Tick. Set your day, which is a community group that I have, which is why we set our day together. Funny, insightful. Yeah, it was. Alice is beautiful. Alice, beautiful session. All goes really well. And I sell my tickets to the Reset Your Mindset workshop, but I haven't. Tomorrow might be a new day. But okay, but if you have a look at what I intended for today, about 90%, 95%. And then I always end it with this or something better. This or something better. Like, I'll have this, but if you want to give me something better, let's have something better. And then I write, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I'm very grateful for being on this planet. So that's a little, now I've done this process for nearly 3 years and it's changed my life. It's the one single thing above anything that I've done that has changed my life, is because what you say to yourself creates your life. So for all the meditation in the world, right, or the sound gongs or yoga or all the good stuff, for all of that, if you then walk away and say shitty, horrible things to yourself, right, it's got to be an inside job. You know, happiness is synthesized inside of us. You'll get 10% of your happiness externally. So it's you've got to get it from here. You've got to get it from here. So with that in mind, knowing what you want, knowing what's holding you back, and it's a full moon, would I just welcome you to take the opportunity to on a separate piece of paper, just write down what you need to release on this new moon, because full moon, sorry, you know, what do you need to let go of? And on mine, I'm going to say doubt about these bloody tickets. Self-doubt. I need to let go of a bit of overthinking. Don't know about you, if you've been doing a bit of overthinking recently. And a client said they didn't want to work with me anymore. I mean, I know that's hard to believe. I mean, it stunned me, if I'm honest with you, but I was like, no, she's not. But it really tapped into the triggers that I have about rejection. And like you were saying, Julia, you know, that kind of, am I good enough? Did I do something wrong? But after actually just thinking about it a bit more, I thought, she's just not ready. That's it. We're not always ready, are we? And that's okay. So I'm going to let go of that. Let that go. So you let that go, Leanne. You want to let go all those feelings of not being good enough, all those feelings of not being qualified enough or valued enough, or any. We'll let those go. And I intend it. I'm letting this go. I'm letting this go. And then what I like to do is to fold up my piece of paper. Now, I will go and burn this in the garden because that's just who I am. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't a big storm out there, I might be out there in my bare feet in the mud, but there we go. So I like to just fold it up. I will burn this before I go to sleep, okay, to really let it go. And then I absolutely love the Hawaiian prayer. Do you know the Hawaiian prayer? No, so I can't actually pronounce it, so I'll just have to spell it for you, okay? And I can never get it the right way round, so I'm not going to like pretend I can, so I'm going to have to look it up. So the Hawaiian prayer is all about Ho'oponopono. If anyone can say it, I just can't. I've just turned my phone back on and got about 1 million messages. Stop messaging me. Hawaiian. I didn't even know I was going to do this, so that's why I'm not even set up to do it. Okay, so it's Ho'oponopono. So Ho'oponopono. Okay. This is a Hawaiian prayer of letting something go, which I really love, much more than any full moon, I think, meditation or anything. It really resonates with me. So I start to burn it and I say, I'm sorry. And you're saying sorry to the universe for getting disconnected. You know what I mean? For getting out of alignment. And you say, please forgive me. Please forgive me, forgive yourself, you know, that happened, that we got out of alignment, that we you know, that we forgot that the answer was love, that we forgot that it was all about how we felt, that we forgot that we can't think ourselves happy, we have to feel ourselves happy, you know. And then it says thank you, like thank you to the universe, and then I love you. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, and then burn it. And then wake up tomorrow after this crazy full moon that's put me on an emotional roller coaster, and I wake up tomorrow a happier person, and you'll have released it. And then if you do this daily practice, I promise you that you will get out of the way of your own blocks. You will get out of the way of your fears, but you've just got to keep affirming this to yourself over and over and over again. And just make sure that what you want is a direct alignment to what you're telling yourself. Did you find that helpful? Was that helpful, Alice?
That was incredible. The whole thing was just an amazing session, and so insightful. So yes, I did find it helpful. Thank you. And even when you were talking to the individuals, there's so much to take, I'm sure, for everybody else. Just amazing. And I apologize, my dog is having an absolute fit. I think he can see, you know, stuff moving about in the garden with the wind.
Is
And
that,
he thinks just the past 2 minutes he's just growling and barking and howling. Maybe it's the moon, but yeah, no, it was amazing, Carly.
My dog's just gone running outside barking because he heard your dog barking. How gorgeous is that?
Sorry.
Honestly, it would be my dream. My biggest dream would be to go on stage and just be able to do this without any kind of preparation or anything. I would love to do that, like to just people to just come up, and which is why I love the work of Esther Hicks. She does it so well. I don't want to channel Abraham, I don't need to do that, but I do love that idea that, you know, you talk about a subject and then people get to come up and you actually get to resolve it and get to the bottom of it and the root cause of it, and then give them some tools in order to move forward. Is, to me, is just like, that would be like my dream. So watch this space.
You're already doing it. I mean, you've just done it. You talked for an hour straight and just given people so much. I know there's only a few of us, but it's just the next thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, maybe just got to grow some big girl pants and get out there and do it.
Well, if anyone can, you can.
Big boy pants or big whatever pants. Okay. I get this all wrong. I've got like teenage kids and they're like, you can't say that. That's not, you know, that's not politically correct, Carly, to say that. Or mum. And I'm like, oh,
big person pants.
Big person pants. That's it. Big person pants. Oh, thank you, Michelle, so much. And if you are on Instagram, I'm the Carly Caps Method. I would love to follow you. You follow me. I hate social media, so I'm very intermittent, but that's where I am. If I'm anywhere, that's where I am. I'm nowhere else. I think I am in March going to launch my first podcast. So I'm going to do Carly's Words of Wisdom over just topics that make me laugh, really, or just real life shit that we go through and how to get over it, really. So some good tools and advice of stuff that comes up in my daily life that I think is quite funny and helpful. Well, thank you for listening to me.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for all of that massive, just load of gems of guidance and just power. And I don't know, I've made loads of notes. I'm sure everyone else has. And I just bought a journal, but I wasn't quite sure what to do with it. I haven't, because all my writing goes into my books and creative process. I haven't been journaling for myself for a long time, and now I know exactly what to do with it starting in the morning. So thank you.
Honestly, it will change your life. And it, can I just express to you that it was in April of 2020, a friend asked me to do Magic Morning. She'd done something where for 7 days people would come on to Zoom and we would do a bit of meditation and stuff like that. And after the 7 days, people didn't want to go away, so they stayed with me from April 2020 to June 2021 when I took a break, and then I picked it back up in September, and we called it a big hug at the time. It's changed to Set Your Day now. And this formula happened over that kind of 18-month period of us meeting Monday to Friday, a group like 40 odd women talking about the stuff that bothered us and the stuff that got us down and the stuff that, and I watched people go from, I mean, torment, really not liking themselves. On the first week, I asked people to rate themselves out of 10, and I was getting 3s and 2s and 4s, and my heart was literally broken because it was a trick question. It's like it still hurts me now, you know. You're a 10 out of 10. You couldn't really rate yourself anyway. Why would you? But to actually physically rate yourself that low broke my heart, and I thought, no, I'm not having that. And now every one of those women, if they were on here, would say to you, I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm enough, I'm lovable, I'm wonderful. I mean, but they still, right, daily practice set their day. And all of them will come up to me, and I'll see them like out in like Sainsbury's something, and they'll go, oh, Carly, I haven't seen you for a while. Oh, I've not really been feeling very good. And I go, have you been setting your day? And they go, set your bloody day, set your day. And then I'm like, WhatsApp me every day for 10 days until it's a habit, and just tell me you've done it. And then they're like, after 10 days, oh, feel really good again now. Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah. So life-changing.
Yeah, you are. Thank you. And you know, I'm going to make sure that all the members who weren't here today, I'm going to like seriously encourage them to watch this. I think it's been so deeply helpful and amazing.
You're most welcome.
So thank you. And I will let you go because that's a hell of a lot of energy you've just given us. So
I won't be asleep until 1, but
no,
I did that for you. I'm okay. I'm just going to not go to boot camp tomorrow morning. I'm like using you as an excuse. Is that okay? You're on board with me? I can wake up at 5:30 tomorrow morning to go to boot camp after I've been on here since 10 to 10 o'clock.
Oh, thank you, Carly.
You're welcome. Okay. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.